living by the truth that all rules of this universe are my rules, and with the divine blessings of the divine, I'm here before you to narrate a wonderful story. Many years ago, there was a scholar in China. At a very early age, he decided to master every book that was available in the world at that time. And from 10 years, his total life was dedicated for mastering the books. He dedicated 30 years of his time and learnt everything that was there in the books. He knew every page, every line and every word in every book. After the mastery of all the books that were there in the universe, he wanted to use that knowledge and grow rich in his life. So he went to every kingdom and started challenging the king that all the scholars in his kingdom can pose any number of questions on anything and he is ready to answer it. And every king went for the challenge, and all the scholars in the court started asking him questions, and he had an answer for every question. He could answer every question that the scholars asked, and in every kingdom he won, and he proved himself great and started receiving so many gifts from the king for his enormous knowledge. This went on for almost 40 years. He visited every kingdom he knew and won the laurels of all the kingdoms and accumulated a lot of wealth. He could buy everything that he wanted. He was feeling that he was having the most luckiest life on earth and he was leading the right life. But when he was 80, he came to know that far away in India, in Nepal, there was a saint by name Gautama Buddha. He has thousands of disciples. They are just his followers, following what he says. Knowing this information, he was totally devastated. What is this? There is nothing what I don't know. I read every scripture that is available in this world. I know everything. But what is that Gautama knows for which thousands of people have become his disciples? I don't have even one disciple. He became absolutely curious to know what Gautama Buddha knows that he doesn't know. He couldn't sleep. He was totally fed up with this thought lingering in his mind. Now, in order to relieve himself from this pain, he decided to walk to India. In those days, the only mode of transportation was walking. At that 80 years of age, traveling almost for 4 years, that too on foot, he reached Nepal in India. He was very curious to know what Gautama Buddha knows that he doesn't know. So, in the process, he found a Buddha saint and immediately he rushed to him and asked the saint, I'm a scholar. I have read every book that's available in this universe. I know everything, but I don't have even one disciple. There is no one to follow what I say. But what does your Guru Gautama Buddha knows that I don't know, for which he has thousands of followers and many people who are following what he says? Then the disciple of Gautama Buddha smiled and said, "It's a simple statement. Don't hurt anyone and do as much good as you can to all." That's it. With this, the scholar got enraged. He said, "Don't hurt anyone and do as much good as you can to all" is a statement what even an 8 years boy knows by heart. You tell me that this is what your Gautama Buddha is narrating to all, and for that you all have become his disciples? Am I a fool to believe this? The disciple of Gautama Buddha just smiled and said that it's true. This is what Gautama Buddha follows, and this is what he narrated us, and this is what we are following and we are preaching to all. With this answer, he was not satisfied. He wanted to meet others and know what is that knowledge that Gautama Buddha knows which he doesn't know. And in the process, he met every Buddha saint and started asking the same question. And every saint came up with the same answer. After meeting a lot of people, when everyone started answering the same answer, he decided that this is not the way. I have to directly go and meet Gautama Buddha to get this knowledge. So he went to Gautama Buddha and asked him, "What is that you know that I don't know, which has brought you so many disciples, which is making a lot of people to follow what you say?" Gautama Buddha said, "It's a simple statement which I lived by, and I narrated to the people, and they became my disciples, and they're also doing the same thing, experiencing life wonderfully." He was shocked and even surprised to know what it is. And Gautama Buddha also narrated the same statement. Don't hurt anyone. Do as much good as you can to all. Taking to surprise, he started realizing the mistake, what he has done all his life. All his life, for 30 years, he tried to master every knowledge. And afterwards, for 40 years, he started exhibiting that knowledge and making money out of it and became richer and richer. But he never bothered to implement even one piece of knowledge in his life and experience greatness. At that moment, the scholar realized that when we just keep the knowledge in our mind and exhibit it wherever it is needed, we can make money out of it and grow wealthier and richer. But that does not give happiness and peace, which are the greatest experiences of life, because life is given to us by God to experience peace and happiness. That is what Gautama Buddha experienced, and his glory has spread on all his disciples, and once they started experiencing it, they became his disciples and they started preaching what he said. Understand, my friends, knowledge, when we use it, we can make money out of it and grow rich. But knowledge, when you implement it, your heart enhances, your heart grows, and that produces the emotion of peace and happiness in your life, making your living a wonderful experience. And that is the way of leading life. Understand this. But how many of you are really using at least one piece of knowledge that you have learned at 8 years of age and developing your heart and growing the experience of peace and happiness. Check once. All of us are running with this knowledge, trying to sell it and grow richer in life. But knowledge is not there for us to make money out of it, but knowledge must be implemented to create a wonderful experience of our lives. And that is the costliest one which no one can buy on this earth. For how much money can you buy happiness or peace? Understand this. Once you experience this, you will never leave this even for a second. Hope you enjoyed this story greatly. I'll meet you again with another wonderful story next week. Thank you so much. Love you the most. Celebrate the love in you the most.
Every day, in every way, life is getting better and better. Don't miss to be a part of Venu Skill Training Academy, as you can't miss life.